Welcome to FM Education Academy, a place where quality content is provided to all students. It is on your request that we provide educational videos daily. So please, if you find this video helpful, then like this video, share this video with your friends, and also please subscribe to this channel and turn the bell notification on.
Today's lecture is lecture number 4. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about atomic number, mass number, isotopes and isobars and some problems based on it. Today's lecture is being taken from NCERT textbook as well as TS Telugu Academy textbook. So those who are preparing for JEE, NEET or board exams can continue watching this lecture. So let's begin. What is atomic number? Before going to what is atomic number, let us revise due to what the proton acquires positive charge. Due to presence of positive charge in the nucleus, the protons acquire positive charge. As in the nucleus, we have positive charges. Because of that, protons are positive. And the charge on the proton is equal but opposite to that of electron. It means that proton is equals to electron, but the charges will be different. For proton it will be positive and for electron it will be negative. For example, we say that there are 4 electrons, then there will be 4 protons, but there will be minus 4 electrons and plus 4 protons. An important statement. The number of protons present in the nucleus is equals to atomic number Z. So what is atomic number Z? How many protons are present in the nucleus? That is equals to atomic number, and it is indicated by the letter Z. So now you've got to know the definition of atomic number. The number of protons present in the nucleus is nothing but our atomic number. For example, the number of protons in the hydrogen nucleus is 1. In sodium atom it is 11. Therefore, the atomic numbers are 1 and 11 respectively. That is, here it is telling in hydrogen, if the number of protons are 1, then atomic number will also be equal to 1. And in sodium, we have number of protons are 11. So atomic number will also be 11. So in order to keep the electrical neutrality, what do you mean by electrical neutrality? We neither want more number of positive charges, we neither want more number of negative charges. We want both of them to be balanced. We want equal number of positive charges and we want equal number of negative charges. So for that, the number of electrons in an atom must be equal to number of protons. That is nothing but atomic number Z. So for example, number of electrons in hydrogen atom and sodium atom are 1 and 11 respectively. So even if number of electrons in hydrogen and sodium atom are 1 and 11, then atomic number Z will be equal to number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, and that will be equal to number of electrons in a neutral atom. That is, here, if number of electrons in hydrogen atom are 1, the number of protons in hydrogen atom are 1, and also atomic number will be 1. Similarly, in sodium, if number of electrons are 11, then number of protons will also be equal to 11, and that will be equal to atomic number Z. So this is about atomic number. Now let us go to mass number. So what is mass number? While the positive charge of the nucleus is due to protons, we said, right? Why is nucleus getting positive charge? Due to protons. But the mass of the nucleus, how much weight the nucleus is having, that will be due to both protons and neutrons. So mass of the nucleus is due to protons and due to neutrons. As we had discussed earlier, protons and neutrons present in the nucleus collectively will be known as nucleons. What are nucleons? Mass number A of the atom. Why are we saying total number of nucleons are mass number A of the atom? Because we know that, what are nucleons? Nucleons is equal to protons plus neutrons, we are saying. So if nucleons is equals to protons plus neutrons, what is that known as? That is known as mass number, because we are saying that the mass of the atom, that is total number of nucleons, is termed as mass number A of the atom. Now atomic number was indicated by Z and mass number will be indicated by A. So mass number A is equals to number of protons Z plus number of neutrons N, small n. Number of neutrons will be representing by small n and number of protons will be representing by capital Z. Why capital Z? Because that is nothing but atomic number. Let us discuss the next topic, isobars and isotopes. So first, before going to isobars and isotopes, we know that the composition of any atom can be represented by using normal element symbol X with superscript on the left hand side as the atomic number, atomic mass number A, and subscript Z on the left hand side as atomic number A. So before going into what is isobars and isotopes, I want to explain you how do we represent this atomic number and mass number for any element. For example, there is an element X. Okay, so always and any element X is how much atomic number is there for that element and how much mass number is there for that element. That is represented by atomic mass number A and atomic number Z. So it will be represented as XZA. On the top left bottom Z will be written and on the top left top A will be written. That is, what is Z here? Z is atomic number. So atomic number is written as subscript, that is called as bottom, and on the top we have A, that is called as superscript. So this is the general representation of any element XZA. That is, element will be written, their atomic number will be written at bottom and their mass number will be written at the top. So now let us come to the concept of isobars. So what are isobars? Atoms with same mass number but different atomic number are called as isobars. So for example, we have carbon and nitrogen. If we consider carbon and nitrogen, in carbon we know atomic number of carbon is 6 and atomic number of nitrogen is 7, and I said you have to write the atomic number below as subscript. So 6, 7 is written below. Now we want to write the mass number. How to write the mass number? Mass number is written above. So carbon and nitrogen, both of them has same mass number. What is mass number? Number of neutrons plus number of protons. So the atoms which are having same mass number but different atomic number, those will be called as isobars. Okay, same mass number but different atomic number. Now let us come to the definition of what is isotope. Atoms with identical atomic number but different atomic mass number are known as isotopes. Okay, here we can see same atomic number but different mass number. Those will be called as isotopes. For example, we have protium, deuterium and tritium. These are the isotopes of hydrogen. Okay, isotopes of hydrogen we have protium. Protium is indicated by H. Protium has atomic number 1 as well as mass number 1. Then deuterium has atomic number 1 and mass number 2. Then tritium has atomic number 1 and mass number 3. So here we can say that the mass number of hydrogen, deuterium and tritium is different but the atomic number is same. So the elements which are having same atomic number but different mass number, those will be called as isotopes. So these are the isotopes of hydrogen. In hydrogen also we have many isotopes: protium, deuterium and tritium. Now this deuterium atom, it is found in trace amounts on earth. That is, in very small percentage this deuterium atom is found. Okay, and some more points I would like to say about protium, deuterium and tritium. Here we can see protium. Protium has atomic number 1 and mass number 1. Protium has only one proton. Why? Because here atomic number and mass number is same, 1 1. What about deuterium? Deuterium has one proton, already one proton, because atomic number is equals to proton. So one proton and one neutron, because mass number is equals to proton plus neutron. So we can say deuterium has one proton and 1 neutron.
What about tritium?
Tritium has 1 atomic number and 3 mass number. So tritium will have 2 protons and 1 neutron. Okay, these all are present in NCERT textbook. That is why I am saying you all these. You should remember these. Okay. Now coming to some more examples of isotopes. Carbon has 3 isotopes. Atomic number of carbon is 6. So for all 6 will be there. But it can have C612, C613, C614. That is here the atomic number is same but the mass number is different, 12, 13 and 14. So we can say the example of isotopes of carbon are C612, C614 and C613. C612, C613 and C614. I'll give you one more example of isotope. We can take chlorine. Chlorine, we know atomic number of chlorine is 17. So chlorine will have different mass number, can have one isotope of different mass number 35 and another isotope of different mass number, that is 37. So example of isotopes can also be written as, second example, chlorine 1735, chlorine 1737. One more point regarding difference between isotopes is that why is there a difference in isotopes? That is, why is carbon C612, why is carbon C613? Why can't it be always C6, can be found in C612? It can be found as C613 also. So why is there a difference in isotopes? The difference in isotopes is due to presence of different number of neutrons present in the nucleus. In the nucleus we have different number of neutrons. So as the number of neutrons are different, the isotopes will be different. So in case it asks an objective, why is there a difference in between isotopes? Because of the different number of neutrons present in the nucleus. So what about the chemical properties of atoms? How are they controlled? The chemical properties of atoms are controlled by number of electrons. And how are these number of electrons determined? We know number of electrons is equals to number of protons. So these are determined by number of protons. That is, number of electrons are determined by number of protons. And who will rule chemical properties of atoms? Number of electrons. And number of neutrons present in the nucleus have very little effect on the chemical properties of an element. Neutrons are neither positive, neither negative. We know that. So these neutrons, they will neither be responsible for chemical properties of an element. Therefore, we can say that all the isotopes of a given element show same chemical behavior. That is, I gave you an example of carbon, C612, C613, C614. All of these will have same chemical properties. Why are they having same chemical properties? Because the number of electrons and number of protons are same in them. These are number of electrons 666 and number of protons also here are 6 only. So as the number of electrons, protons are same in these isotopes, we can say that the isotopes will have same chemical behavior. So this was about isotopes, isobars, atomic number and mass number. Hope you have understood this. Now let us move to examples. First example, calculate the number of protons, neutrons and electrons in bromine. Bromine atomic number is given as 35 and mass number is given as 80. This question is from NCERT textbook. So in this case we can say bromine is 35, 80 means the atomic number of bromine is 35, that is Z, and the mass number of bromine is A, 80, that is A. So how many will be number of protons and number of electrons here? We can say here there are a number of electrons and number of protons are 35. So number of neutrons will be equal to, that is, mass number minus atomic number will give us number of neutrons. So mass number here is 80 minus atomic number here is 35. So number of neutrons is equals to 45. So one more point, we got to know that number of neutrons is equals to mass number minus atomic number. Remember this formula, it is important. Number of neutrons is equals to mass number minus atomic number. So we have calculated number of protons, we have calculated number of neutrons, and we have calculated number of electrons in bromine. Now let us move to second problem. In this question, The question is, the number of electrons, protons and neutrons in a species are equal to 18, 16 and 16 respectively. Here the which symbol is there or which element is there, it is not given in the question, but here it is given number of protons, number of electrons and number of neutrons, and it is asking us to assign the proper symbol of the species. So the atomic number is equal to number of protons, we know that. So as atomic number is equal to number of protons, we know what are number of protons. Here it is given number of protons are is equals to 16. So which element will have number of protons are 16? We know the series of atomic number. You have to remember it. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, nitrogen. That is a series of atomic numbers. So by that series, we know that sulfur has atomic number 16. So we can say number of protons is equals to atomic number is equals to 16, means the element we got to know. It is sulfur. Now, we want to know mass number. So what is atomic mass number? Mass number is equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Both are given in the question. Number of protons are given as 16 plus number of neutrons are given as 16. So we got mass number also 32. So we have our mass number as 16 and we have our atomic number as 16 and we have our mass number as 32 and we have our atomic number as 16. So now we can write the proper system to the species. That is, here we can say sulfur is 1632. We got to know this. Apart from that, if we want to know whether sulfur is negatively charged or positively charged, how to know that? Species is not neutral as the number of protons not equal to number of electrons. Here we can say, see that it is given number of electrons are 18 but number of protons are 16. So what is the difference between number of electrons and number of protons? 18 minus 16, that is 2. So we can see as the number of electrons are more, we can see the number of ions, or that is number of electrons of sulfur will be 2 minus. So we can write sulfur as 1632. 2 minus, and we can say that sulfur is negatively charged because here the number of electrons are more. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and stay tuned for lecture number 5.